Hello to you, my single solitary viewer. Hello to you. Flouzemaker is back right here on the survival multiplayer server. Still looking for a new name because apparently Miss Late Ho is still inappropriate somehow. Sponsored by the kind folks at Eternity Hosting. And I'm building another nether tunnel, you see. And so I needed quite a bit of cobble. So when I need cobblestone, I mine, and sometimes I find crevices like these, and other goodies. In this case, I have found, drumroll please, drumroll. Okay, I've found a zombie spawner. I noticed 2 chests. I have not opened them yet. They can contain untold amounts of booty, or they could contain like massive amount of beautiful treasure. I don't know which one, and we'll only find out which right after the intro. So what do we got? Chest number 1? No, that one. Which one is number 1 and which one is number 2? Whoops. Uh-oh. I don't want zombies to start spawning on my face. Okay. This one. Let's see. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, I don't need this. Don't need this. I can eat 1 bread. Surely, right? Surely can eat 1 bread. Don't need 1 andesite. Whoa. Creepy cave music. Okay. And, ooh. Efficiency 4, sharpness 3, and breaking 3. That's a good magic book, right? Oh, you know what? I don't need to make sacrifices. I can just plop out my ender chest. And, put the goods in there. There we go. And, ooh, name tag. This is good. This is good stuff. This is great. This is great. I don't know why I'm putting. You know what? Yeah, because I need a lot of stone, man. You wouldn't know how much stone I need. But I need a lot. Okay, this other stuff can stay here. And there you go. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather more stone and then return to home base. This is near the Flower Valley, and it's about 200 blocks away. So I might turn this one into another zombie grinder, but for my other base. So that's 80 and minus 26, 23. I'm not sure where that is. I won't collect more. I will not collect more resources because I think I'd like to know where this leads out. And I'm running out of pick juice. Pick juice. So let's just build her up over here. Did you know that your moves are so raw? Alright, I'm sorry about the NXS references. I apologize. I didn't mean that sincerely. Alright, so where are we? Where are we? Where's this? This does not look familiar. Cow? Trees? I'm supposed to be close to... Okay, well, the spruce wood is there. The river is there. Could that be the river that... Oh, yes, okay. Oh, so all I have to do is come right down here, and I've got a zombie spawner. That is pretty... That is... Ouch. That is practical. That is actually close. Oh. That is close by. I should eat the bread. Creepy bunny. Alright. Okay. So, now that I'm back at home base, we'll just put my stuff in there, and I'll be right back with you when that's done. Hello. Welcome back. It's actually, like, you can't tell, of course, because of the seamless transition, but it's been actually a day since I've recorded that other bit, and just wanted to mention, of course, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I did this new skin that you can see, like the face, you can see the face is a little bit different. It changed a bit, but that's because this one I drew by hand on graph paper, and then did it in Photoshop instead of using basically the Steve Minecraft default skin architecture, which is like made my head look like a bearded Steve, basically. And now I like this one. Like, I like the feel that it's a little bit me. And also currently, like, I wanted to make a lucha mask design for the alternate skin when I add the stuff and stuff, like, you know, when you remove the coat and stuff. But turns out I didn't like how it was done, and I have something different instead, what Alutarian calls Phantom of the Blockera. So yeah, I have this Phantom of the Blockera skin instead. If I remove the coat and stuff, I have a sort of tuxedo beneath my coat and jeans and the skin, but that, like, my inventory is full right now, so there's really little point in removing all that. Done. I just wanted to show you, like, I realize I've been changing my skin a lot. What am I doing here? Oh yeah. All I wanted to do was this. I know I've changed my skin a lot. Well, first, it's one of the reasons is I like doing it, and also I was never quite satisfied because it wasn't me enough. And I felt like, okay, I gotta take out the pen and the paper and, like, draw it from scratch instead of working from a model that already existed and trying to make that model my own. Instead, now I started with a blank sheet of paper, drew what I wanted, the way I wanted, and then did that. And I think that's a lot more interesting. It's a lot more me, by the fact that, you know, it's me from scratch, not using something else. And also, the reason why we are now a day later, is because we got free tickets to go see the football. Yeehaw, football! And of course, being in Canada, that means that was Canadian Football League tickets to see the Rough Riders against the Rough Riders. Yeah, that's an old joke. What I think from South Park, I think it was. And what was funny about that joke is that for a number of years, that was totally true. There were both the Saskatchewan such Rough Riders and the Ottawa Rough Riders, and both teams existed, and it was baffling as to why did they create the Ottawa Rough Riders, and why did that happen? Completely baffling. But yeah, now they no longer exist. The team died an ugly death. But Ottawa now, after not having a team for years, they have one now. So let's wish them good luck with all that. But those were not the teams that I watched. Of course, my local team, the Montreal Alouettes, named after the French-Canadian squadron, bomber squadron during World War II, that would sing Alouette, gentil Alouette, as they would bomb the Axis. So yeah, they're considered badasses. That squadron from World War II, and the team is named after them. And they were facing the evil Toronto Argonauts. Actually, I don't care about the Toronto Argonauts, but there's something that is very important in life, and this is important, fellas. Toronto must lose. Toronto must lose in anything, whether it's sports, whatever, doesn't matter what. Toronto must lose. They cannot be allowed to win because they're Toronto and nobody likes Toronto. So yeah, that was the Montreal Alouettes versus the Toronto Argonauts. And it was not the prettiest game I've ever seen. I think there were like a total of 6 truly noteworthy plays throughout. But it was pretty fun because right behind us... Right behind us, someone was sitting right behind us, obviously. That's what happens. That tends to happen a lot in sporting events. People do tend to sit behind you unless you're at the very last row. But he was the former coach, retired now, but former coach of the Concordia University football team. And so you'd get like someone who doesn't follow football much like myself, benefited from a lot of insight that made the game quite interesting. But otherwise, yeah, about, I'd say 6 spectacular plays, and half of them were defensive plays, not offensive plays. So it was not a like filled with highlights. That's not the game where you get the highlights of the year from. But it was a win. It was not a pretty win, but it was a win for the Montreal Alouettes, and that's not as important as the fact that it was a loss for the Toronto Argonauts. That's really, ultimately, that's what matters. That the Toronto Argonauts lost. They lost as is right. They should have. That's what should happen to Toronto teams. They should all lose all the time. And that was what happened. So everyone was happy, except the children of Toronto, who hopefully were left weeping. I'm hoping they cried, but yeah, I guess maybe they didn't because the Argonauts have been losers for so long. Says the guy who doesn't actually watch football or care about football. I'm just having fun. But yeah. But we had fun. It was a good time. Even though it was really chilly because that was November 2nd, and as you can imagine, November 2nd, it starts getting cold in Canada. It was an extremely sunny day, so on one side, you'd have the sun that was glaring, and right into your eyes if you looked in one direction, and if you went in the other direction, all you had was basically a chilling wind from the other direction. Like the kind that chills you down to the bone on one side, and on the other side you have the sun that is blinding you. And so there was this weird contrast between the two. Yeah. But we still had fun. And it was, especially with free tickets, It was especially fun due to the free tickets. What else? Oh, yes. In the previous episode, I did mention that we would have 7 new players on the server. This did not actually come to pass. There was... that is bad for me. It's not technically that bad. I'm going to fix it soon. Only Alutarian really, turns out, had the balls to join. No. Most of the other players were when they thought they were under the impression that the server was completely virgin, completely untouched, and that it would be breaking new ground. And instead, they want that's what they were looking for. So they'll actually be getting their own. But Alutarian did say, you know what, I don't mind. I got all good stuff here. I can do all sorts of good stuff here too. So Alutarian has joined the server. He's not online right now. Only I am online right now. That happens sometimes. You can't. Okay. But yeah. So no 7 people coming. Because, well, basically we didn't want to reset the server, obviously. That would have been silly. That said, we will reset the server at some point in time, but we're definitely not going to be doing that before things like exploring an ocean monument have been done, or going to the end through the end portal and defeating the end dragon. I mean, those things must be done before a reset is considered, and to do reset before then is just silly. So yeah, that other bunch of people who could have joined the server did not want to wait until, like, it would have been what we could have done that in 2 weeks if we had wanted to hurry up. So they didn't want to wait 2 weeks. A little too impatient. So yeah, they'll be joining a different server, or I suppose they might make their own. I don't know if they will actually do that or not. I haven't been following. The bottom line is they won't be joining this one. So over here, that means we still have a few spots left that could be filled if you are a YouTuber. Yay to my sound card. I applaud you, my sound card. A seamless cut later. And what was I saying? Basically, yeah, there are open spots on this server. If you are a YouTuber and you've been doing videos for a while, not just oh, but I could start. Yeah, I'm gonna start. that one, we've heard that one. No. If you've been a YouTuber and if you've got an archive of videos to back that up, or a streamer and have an archive of streams to back that your claim with evidence, basically. Well, feel free to contact Mr. Bob James Bob, and hey, we'll definitely consider. There might be a spot for you on the server. Who knows? But yes, that's it. What am I doing here is the question, actually, that is on all your lips, I am sure. What the hell? Man, what? Turned down for what? What's going on? Well, I am making another tunnel, and as you can see, this one is very bare bones. One might say ugly, and it's like being under construction, where right now it's being, all it is functional. That is all. Functional. That is all it is so far. And that might be all it ever is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's ever going to be more. But why? Why? Why do this? And look at this. This, if you look at the XYZ, this tunnel does 1,000 blocks. 1,000 blocks. So a kilometer in the nether. A kilometer in the nether. So in the overworld, how long is that? Well, it's very long. And I hope I'm coming out during the day. And nope, it is night. But look at this. You'd think you're in Disney's Frozen, right? That is what we call, whoops, I'm sorry about that. Biome. If you see the third from the last line, and above that, you see the biome line on the left, and it's called the Ice Plains Spikes. And I would like to build something here. I would also like it if it was not night. That would be awesome. Though right now it doesn't look like lots of baddies are spawning. But look at this. It might, okay, it's nighttime, but look at this. All right, let's just look at it anyway. Let's just brave the storm. What I really don't want is I don't want a creeper to creep up behind me and blow up one of these ice spikes. Oh, there's a witch. Did you see her? Did you see her? But I think that lake right there might be what I build on. That might be what I build on, but I don't know. Like, I have an idea that I want to do, but it takes a little bit of room, perhaps. So I'm not sure where exactly I'm going to do it, because I want to keep the biome itself as intact as I can. Like, ooh. Like, there's another ice spike biome way over there, 200 or 500, between 200 and 500 blocks in that direction. I think it's that direction, in one of the directions. And I'm sliding around on this ice. So it's, as you can tell, it's not the most fertile biome in the world. Plants, none. Animals, none. And all we have is like a spruce forest over there. There might be a few animals in there. But beyond that, there's taiga. I think there's a little bit of plains biome right over there. So there might be hope for some animals that are not too far away. But yeah, this is going to be a challenge. I've never built a real base in this type of biome. I've once before built a little something, but it was just a little something. And that world did not last long. So it was not, because when I play solo, I tend to regenerate worlds because I love exploring worlds, and sometimes it's just easier to create a new one rather than to what have I done? The entire horde is coming now. So with the white stuff is snow, so there are there are snow blocks and layers of snow. And there's this material right here that must be mined with a silk touch pickaxe, and these are blocks of packed ice. Ooh, arm shot. That's a hit. I didn't know. And these zombies will start to burn. Right? Aren't you cooking soon, guys? There you go. Here's the cook. Here's the cookery. Give me your precious experience balls. Give me your balls. I want your balls. Okay, that's out of context. This I could be quoted in out of context. It would sound sort of wrong. Okay. I almost fell into lava yet again. You would have liked that, wouldn't you? Okay, let's just beware for the witch if she's still around over here. Or it, he, she, it, whatever it is. Though it's a witch. Alright, let's take a look at this lake. And would this lake give me... Because what I was planning was more of a square-ish area, but I think it might give me enough to work on. Because I can build on top of the lake without destroying any of the ice spikes and be surrounded by the ice spikes, you see? Yes. However, I'm not a fan of this spruce forest right here. But, you know, we can agree to disagree. Taiga Forest and I. There are no animals that I can spot immediately. Oh, I suppose... Oh, and it's snowing. It's snowing. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a winter wonderland type of biome. As it turns out, winter is sadly upon us. So this way, I'll go outside in real life and be confronted with snow and a harsh winter. And then I'll try to get free from that in Minecraft and return to a cold and harsh winter. But yeah, it's a big decision to try and build something in here because it is really far away from spawn. This is very, very far away from spawn, and I enjoy doing things with other people at spawn. And do I want to make a, I don't know how many blocks long, I'm probably gonna make a train track to get to that portal inside the nether, but that's 1,000 rail blocks. That's the one massive train tracks, right? All right, I'm just giving a quick exploration, look-see, to what I was seeing. So, okay, there are a few sheep. That is good to note. That means that I don't have to transport too many sheep. I was considering working with a little bit of wool, potentially. Who knows? And these plains are not the plains that I thought I was seeing from afar. I thought I was seeing more like regular plains, but these are not regular plains. It's the flowers. The flowers fooled me. And there are really not much of them. The snow resumes right afterwards. Okay. But yeah, it is an interesting biome, and I wish to take advantage of it. That is my wish, and my failure at the same time, obviously. And it's going to require effort. Though, conveniently, snow will possibly be one of the building ingredients. So, snow blocks might be one of the building ingredients that I use. So, some of these I might take down. It is possible. But I want to preserve the biome as much as possible. Because that's what I'd be making a base here for, right? This biome. So I don't want to destroy it. I want to preserve it as much as possible. Like make a biome preserve. I'm gonna end the episode right here. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to do some surveying. I'm going to calculate what kind of area I have to play with right here in terms of blocks. How many blocks by how many blocks can I basically build on without destroying much of anything right here? How many? Whee! Look, I'm skating. Yeah, okay, you can't really tell that much, but yeah, I'm sort of sliding. Can you tell? Whee! Slip, slip, slip. They come slip, slip. There's the kind of soft slow down before slip, slip, slip. Okay. That's gonna be fun, ain't it? That's gonna be fun. Okay, but that's it for this episode. I realize it was a lot of talking and catching up and stuff like that. Because the problem is, given the project I have in mind, I have to do a lot of grind work and just finding the materials, gathering the materials, and that leads to less videos, or less videos where I'm actually like adventuring or destroying stuff, and more videos where how do I say this? More videos where I do precisely what I did right this in this video right here, where it's talking about my plans, and yeah, and we'll just basically what I'm gonna do off screen, basically, taking measurements of this biome and see what I can work with. Meanwhile, next time I don't know what I'll be doing. I might not be here because Lutherian and I need to hook up to do some more map hunters and stuff. Like the server needs to be mapped, and there are a lot of maps that need to be made. A lot of maps. But until that happens, well, thank you for tuning in and watching this episode, and watching me basically like get to right here through the nether. And yeah. Please, if you enjoyed the episode, if you enjoyed me trash talking Toronto, leave a like. And if you dislike Toronto, leave a like. I would apologize to the people from Toronto, but like, really? I don't know why I said I would, because I wouldn't. Anyways, see you next time.